You know, boys, it feels like, I don't know, people keep ignoring us because we keep saying what we're gonna do. We keep saying we're gonna take over this company and no one listens. Instead, we have to take the fight to them. We warned John Cena what would happen, and look what did happen. We broke his neck and sent him on the sidelines. And you know, no one wants to mess with Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Bebe. But now, we have raised the stakes and added another member to our ranks. This man is a submission magician. He's got a knee strike that will knock you clean out. This, my friends, is Roderick Strong. Adam, I thank you for having me, and I would say I'm sorry, but they did warn you, Austin. They did warn you that you were gonna suffer if you continued to push acts like John Cena and set us by the sidelines. You know, I saw my friends on TV and I thought, you know what? I want to join them. I want to join this fight. And my debut here, it couldn't have gone any better. Taking out Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hell, I watched him as a kid. It's always sad when you have down the people you used to admire. But we had to do it to you, Austin. Now with him out the way, maybe someone competent will show up, huh? Oh well, I doubt that, Roddy. But I can tell you this, the Undisputed Era is here to stay. And that's not just a fact, baby. That is undisputed. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of No Limits Wrestling. It is confirmed, Roderick Strong is now in NLW. He joined the Undisputed Era last week. They assaulted Stone Cold Steve Austin, the NLW Commissioner. Who is going to be able to stop the path of destruction that they have laid since arriving in this company? Plus, live tonight, our main event, the debut of Rowdy Ronda Rousey. She goes one-on-one with the boss, Sasha Banks. That is sure to be an epic main event. We also have the continuation of the Super X Cup, as well as our opening tag team contest between American Alpha and the Disciples of The Undertaker, The Ascension. These are two up-and-coming tag teams in NLW. This is the first match as well for American Alpha since they were taken out by the Revival. But The Ascension attacking them from the bell as The Undertaker, the leader of the ministry, which includes The Ascension, watches on. But here comes American Alpha to take on The Ascension. The German suplex the victor. And Chad wants the tag. And in comes Gable now with a Rana. And The Undertaker's probably not happy at the way this has started for The Ascension, but now they get back in to the contest, as you see. There's The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He defeated Kenny Omega in a phenomenal matchup. And we haven't seen Omega since, but now Undertaker can focus on his team, The Ascension, who are about to hit the fall of man. Chad Gable is in trouble in the center of the ring as The Undertaker... Whoa, wait a minute. There he is! It's Omega! Omega dressed as a cameraman in the grand amplitude! And American Alpha pick up the victory over The Ascension. But Kenny Omega, disguising himself as that cameraman, choking out The Undertaker with that cable. Kenny Omega, the first time we've seen him since Mania, and he outsmarts the dead man. Oh, and look at the eyes of fury on his face. But Alpha pick up the victory.
Mr. Hurricane, I can only apologise for what happened to you last week at the hands of my brother. Brother Nero, he's been under a lot of pressure lately. You know he's Mr. Money in the Bank, but he has not got out of his condition. I don't know what to do with him. He's driving me mad. It's okay, Matt. You know, my her senses were off a little bit that day. I screwed up. What's up with that? But I hold no ill feeling towards Jeff Hardy. But I appreciate you coming to apologise to me. Now, if ever you're in trouble, or if anybody you know needs a superhero, point them in my direction. I'll see you, Matt. Whew. Wonderful.
Well, the Hurricane is naturally going to be upset. After all, he thought that the Hardys were his friends. They go back years, since, North Carolina days when they were younger. And I have to admit, I think Jeff Hardy's got a little bit too big for his boots recently. He is Mr. Money in the Bank, and he feels he's untouchable. But do you know what? He may be right. And now let's move on to the Super X Cup. Last week, Cedric Alexander defeated Brian Kendrick. He's moving on to the quarterfinals, but who's going to join him? Either Drew Gulak or Sin Cara. Let's take you to ringside now for this X Division matchup. Cedric Alexander advanced last week. Will it be Drew Gulak or will it be Sin Cara advancing in this match as the bell sounds and runs that in, but right into the Gulak. Right into that Gulak goes Sin Cara, and he has to tap immediately. Well, that has to be one of the quickest matches I've ever seen in No Limits Wrestling. The Gulak applied, and Sin Cara has to tap immediately. Drew Gulak with a dominant performance as he advances in the Super X Cup.
Well, we arrived at WrestleMania, but I don't know where the Young Bucks were. Oh, that's right, they were sitting at home because they're scared of the New Day. We are your NLW Tag Team Champions for a reason. And the Young Bucks are still calling themselves the best tag team in the world when it's obviously the New Day. And in 2 weeks' time, you, Matt and Nick Jackson, you get your shot at our tag team titles. Well, you may have your super kick party, but we think it's more like a booty party. And with the power of extracted unicorn energy and bootios, we will be walking out as the NLW Tag Team Champions, still the best tag team in the world. Because New Day rocks! New Day rocks! New Day rocks! New Day rocks!
Well, in 2 weeks' time, it is going to be the New Day versus the Young Bucks with the tag team titles on the line. But right now, it is time for our main event. And the in-ring debut of Ronda Rousey. Sasha Banks is in for a fight tonight as she awaits the arrival of the baddest woman on the planet. Well, that's our main event tonight, but next week, we're bringing it forward a week. It is going to be 2 out of 3 falls for the NLW World title. Pac demanded this match last week, and he's getting it in the main event next week. He faces Daniel Bryan, 2 out of 3 falls, who is walking away as the NLW champion. Well, that's next week, but right now, we have ourselves a huge main event. Sasha Banks, the boss, goes one-on-one with the woman who debuted at WrestleMania, and now in her first match in this company, takes the fight to Sasha Banks, and Banks doesn't want anything to do with Rousey, and Rousey being held by Sasha's entourage, but Sasha misses Ronda, and the tope to Naomi and Tamina. Well, Rousey, she demanded this matchup personally, and boots the spine of Sasha Banks. Sasha in trouble, but misses, and Ronda Rousey gets a shoulder full of ring post. And now the knees to Ronda. Sasha Banks on the top rope, frog splash, and she may put it away, but Ronda Rousey straight into the armbar. And that is that UFC experience coming into play. Former champ in the UFC, wants to be a champ in NLW as well, but Sasha biting the leg. And go for the barrack stabber, but look at that! The knee from Ronda. The Samoan drop. And now the arm bar. And Sasha Banks has to tap. A swift, painful victory. And she may have broken the arm of the boss. But Ronda Rousey, a dominant performance, and is victorious here in a No Limits Wrestling debut. Well, as we look at the replay of what happened here, Sasha Banks was going to go for the Banks statement, but instead, that judo throw, followed by the knee, then the Samoan drop, and then this, snapping the arm of Sasha Banks. You tap or you snap, and Sasha made the right choice to tap, in my opinion. Well, Ronda Rousey. Oh, wait a minute, though. Here comes Naomi and Tamina to assault Ronda Rousey. But here comes Bayley. She's had her problems with Sasha Banks and her crew, but Sasha Banks stops her. And now Bayley and Ronda being assaulted here. What is this? Team Backstop in their tracks. Because the man has arrived. And a steel chair to Tamina and a chair to Naomi. If you'll recall, the last time we saw Becky Lynch, she was taken out by Naomi and Tamina. Well, she comes to the rescue of Ronda Rousey, but I don't think Ronda is too happy that she did. Ronda is staring daggers at the man. But Becky Lynch is back and the women's division has been put on notice.